Hey y'all, I'm Flynt.
And I'm Lena.
Welcome back to Queer Dice Rolls, the podcast where two queer, neurodivergent, and chronically ill bards try working out their pasts, identities, and problems, one conversation at a time.
Join us as we once again fail our deception checks and share just a little too much.
Hi, Lena.
Hi, Flynt.
Happy 2026.
It's a new year.
It's a new year, moving ever backward.
It hurts my soul.
No, we can move forward. The world can move backward on its own.
We as individuals move forward amidst the backward turning.
Mm-hmm.
And yet we persist.
Mm.
But we're happy to be back after our break, our holiday break.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys noticed we didn't make it before the new year. Unfortunately.
We tried.
We really did.
I had the notes ready, like we were.
We were like, we're gonna record on this day.
And then
just illness, and then I had like rapid growth pain, and then my spine locked up, and I couldn't get off the couch for a couple days, which sucked.
Yeah, I was happy, like, because I also went to a different state to visit my family and friends for like 6 days, and when I came back, I was like, oh, thank God, I can help you, like, walk.
Mm-hmm. It was immediate. Like, you've learned so much this year in that regard.
Oh my God. Crazy. It's been, what a cool, like, thing to reflect on, right?
Yeah.
I've always, like, we talked about this on New Year's Eve, mm-hmm. when we all, like, did our round robin reflections of like, what am I really proud of this year? Or like, what was a new thing that happened?
Yeah, my sister started doing like TikTok stuff this past year for herself, and mm-hmm. she posted this really cool thing with like a cake of like her accomplishments and growth over the past year, and was like, it was very like therapy based exercise. Like it reminded me of some stuff I've done with my therapist, but like she had these like little flags, and she like was like, my name is, this is a thing that I've done this year, and then she like put it in the cake, and I was like, this is really cool, I want to do it with the family. So we lit this really neat like wreath candle we found at Target
for like $20.
It burned so fast.
It burned for $20. It was like such a big candle, and I was like, $20, no way. And then we started.
It was done in an hour.
I know, we started burning it, and I was like, oh, this is what we paid for. Mm-hmm. Okay.
But we went around with Z and Kiddo and like talked about not just like accomplishments, but like things that happened this year that were significant or important.
I was gonna say, like, the reason we did it, part of the reason, another like therapy reason, is for like people with ADHD like us. It's hard to remember the things. I know it's hard to remember like anything that you've done, much less positive things.
Yeah, I forgot so many things that happened. Like, I legitimately entirely forgot going to the Livingston concert.
Dude, we love Livingston.
Which is great. I forgot going to, like, Z Machine. Like, I just forgot so many things, like, that haven't happened within the last 2 months, really.
Yeah,
like,
those were in a very different season. You know, it was...
Well, and then there was all that... We did stuff at the beginning of the year, too. Like, I forgot that, like, we did, like, a fun trip at the beginning of the year last year in, like, January or something. And Z learned to snowboard and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was when I was working for the post office.
Mm-hmm. I forgot you worked for the post office for a minute.
For like a few months of this year. Let's just never remember again.
Oh my God. No, but we did a really good job like reflecting, and I think it was important too because there was Z and I had our annual fight.
Oh my God.
We joke that like legitimately Z and I really only like fight once a year, and it's usually around a time of high stress. It's not always Christmas. It's
true. I've seen it. It literally is just like only once a year.
But we don't yell. Like, we had the beginning of our marriage was hard because we didn't have a lot of good modeling, mm-hmm. For how to talk about hard things.
And you didn't have access to like therapy and other stuff yet. And
So we joke sometimes that we got all our yelling out in the first 2 years.
oh my God.
So we don't yell, like we disagree, and we actually try to have our disagreements in front of the kid if it's not like super, super serious, so that there's good modeling and so that it's not like weird or uncomfortable or unfamiliar.
Yeah, that conflict isn't a thing to be afraid of.
Yeah.
Because it can be healthy.
But we were so stressed because we got sick, and then I was having like the growing stuff, and then, I mean, things weren't shaping up around the holiday like we thought they were going to. The food stuff's hard. I'm sure a lot of people felt it this year, but like the food that we bought for the price that we bought it was extremely poor quality, and it was really upsetting. And then we're trying to apply to new schools and potentially make a really big move.
In short, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, so but in this whole ordeal, like, one of the things I realized is that a lot of the things that I accomplished this year weren't very visible. I mean, like, we did the podcast and a lot of cool stuff, but like a lot of it was very inside.
In acting, we call it invisible work.
Yeah, it was very invisible work, and it was a thing that like I was talking to my therapist with at the end of the year of like, it was the first time ever that I felt completely secure, no matter what was being said, you know, or what the stressor was. I was like, I know that you love me and I love you and our relationship is fine. Like, and I feel like that way with you.
I know, we just had like a little bit of a thing too, and I feel like it was, and like, which was super valid to have.
It was stress-based, and it was just like...
It was a super valid thing to have to be like, hey, we need to have some conflict resolution about this.
Yeah.
But we were able to do it in like a very relatively calm way, and just like, hey, we know we love each other. Let's figure out what we can do so that TM, my friend Teague, everybody gets their needs met.
Yeah, so like it was really interesting to go around because like I think part of obviously was stress, like for both what happened with you and what happened with Z. Like, it's such a stressful. There's so much pressure this time of year. There's so much trauma for all of us.
All of us. We all have different trauma.
All have very different trauma. Like, my trauma is like trying to let go of the pressure of performance. Like, honestly, since the pandemic, I've really started to try to cater it to experiences and activities and things over the course of the month, because I saw in my kid the overwhelm that I know that both Z and I have felt our whole lives around sitting there and opening, you know, performing a bunch of presents and being around people that you don't necessarily get along with, or that are putting too much pressure on you, or and so I've been trying to like slowly turn it into like calming, centering, grounding activities, and like puzzles and Legos and going to see lights and like doing things together, like board games and whatnot. And this year was kind of like the culmination of many years of effort. And it was also a big grief year for me with like stuff with my family. And
with yourself. Like, you've changed so much. You've been going through so much change, so you have to grieve the parts you're losing, right?
Yeah, and like, man, it was so much more of an emotional, stressful holiday than I wanted it to be. But I think that it wasn't external, which was interesting. It was very internal, I think, for everybody, because there was this space away from like the huge pressure of like, this is what the holiday should look like. And
I think part of something that amplified that was when we all got sick around the week we were supposed to be in the past, quote unquote, performing the most, because we had to move our like annual holiday party with D&D friends.
Yeah, our D&D friends that live here. Yeah,
we had to move that to yesterday instead of 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you also, like, this was the first holiday that you had with your family where you were just like, these are my boundaries, period. It's not me like kind of experimenting with boundaries. Like, these are my boundaries. So like it's
like, these are the days I'm available, these are the days I'm not available. This is what I will sign up for.
It was just really cool to reflect with the four of us because Z's accomplishments were so tangible.
So external. Right?
So external, so tangible. And like not in a bad way. Just like very much like culmination of 2 decades worth of work to achieve a level of accomplishment in his professional life that he's been wanting. I'm so proud of him, like genuinely so proud of him. And it felt like in the past I used to be so competitive with that, like because I was also an ambitious person. And this was one of the years where I was just purely proud of him. And then I also felt proud of the work that I had done that was invisible. And it felt good to share it.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I landed somewhere in the middle, but mostly leaning to your side of that. Yeah. Mine were all over the fucking place. I feel like this year.
Whereas Kiddo was like talking about firsts, which was really cool. I went to my first concert. I went to this state for the first time. I went to my first convention.
I started a new instrument.
Playing
new sport.
Playing an instrument for the first time. I got my yellow-green belt. I made new friends. Like, it was really cool. It's highly recommended if you want to do it with people you care about or even just in your journal for yourself. It's so easy for us neurodivergents to forget.
Yeah, and it's a good reflection of what kind of life stage you're in and what life stage you would like to move to or stay in or whatever it is.
Yeah, because it's really interesting. Like I said, I was talking to my therapist about it, and it's so easy to feel like, why haven't I, accomplished the products yet? Right.
Yes. I feel this many a time.
But I think this is a year where I feel ready for them for the first time in my life. Like, I feel like I don't have self-loathing or like all that negative self-talk. I don't have the doubt of my worth and a lot of like very basic things that I think if you haven't been depressed or anxious, or maybe things you haven't experienced, but like it's really difficult to do anything.
Yeah.
When you have those in your way first. So I don't know. I think we did a lot of good work this past year.
I do too, and I'll say a shout out as well to we have like books we're working on and stuff, and we actively chose to like take a break from trying to write those to be able to like do more of this kind of work and like finish this kind of work for the year and like on ourselves and stuff like that.
Also for the holiday, like we were just like, why don't we take the pressure off because we know we're going to be stressed around the holidays anyway.
We're going to be too busy to even do all the stuff we're trying to do.
And we were trying to find a new normal with like the house. And I mean, honestly, like the number of things on my plate right now it's so interesting because it feels so invisible, right? Like I'm trying to get into new schools for the kiddo, which means touring them and interviewing and applying and a whole bunch of paperwork and calls and things like that. But also means looking for new neighborhoods and trying to figure out all that, while at the same time still dealing with all the transition stuff. And it's it's not a thing I'm doing a very good job at like giving myself grace about. So that's why I think I keep saying it out loud, like all the stuff that's going on.
I know, I get it. It's like, because I have that problem too of like, I have so much stuff that I'm like juggling, but people can't see it. And if they're not around to see it, then you say it and it doesn't sound very big. And then you start to like go down that spiral thing. But like we see each other do all the stuff that we're doing. Like you're doing a lot of stuff.
This morning was crazy. But, oh my God. And then like, I'm also dealing with, with the transition stuff, like since I've been so transparent with you guys, like I'll keep doing so.
Yay.
So since I started eating better and eating more like a teenager as much as I can, which is, it's very hard. There's a lot of complex trauma involved in it, but also like just my body, like being almost 40, my body is not made to make changes these big.
No.
Like since I've been eating more, I've been growing faster. And I'm sure you can hear my voice dropped again and is in the midst of continuing to do so.
Who's that man?
I started having all of the symptoms of low T again. So I'm having to deal with that again, of like trying to figure out what the right dose is now that I'm a very different size and all of that stuff. And I'm still like at rock bottom of testing and all of that stuff.
Yeah, of testosterone levels in general.
Yeah. So that's been a journey on itself. And, you know, we're talking about, well, right now we're raising it to see how that goes. But like we're talking about maybe changing which one I'm on, maybe changing how often I'm doing it. You know, would it be better for me to have like a really big thing every 2 weeks instead of smaller ones every week? You know, like, so that's completely ongoing. And then I'm seeing the physical therapist now, and that's just hard. Like, It's great. They're awesome. I really, truly am so grateful for them. But like, even a physical therapist will tell you physical therapy is just hard. There's no shortcuts. And luckily they specialize in teenagers and like growth, like pubescent growth. So like, they know what to do and they're very flexible and like understand that day to day it's totally different what I'm capable of. And that grace has allowed me to give myself grace about it. But man, that's just been rough.
Mm-hmm. If you know anybody going through puberty or second puberty, please be kind to them. They're doing a lot.
Maybe get them their favorite snack and tell them to take a nap.
That always works. Whenever I make a ginger molasses cookies, you get very happy.
And then I get mad at you for making ginger molasses cookies.
And then he gets mad. And then what do? What can I do? Just kidding. No, then I make iced tea, and then it's fine.
Oh yeah, you can. Oh, iced tea always works.
Yeah, iced tea. If anybody needs to like send you something, iced tea, unsweetened or sweetened with stevia, you'll get points. You know.
Yeah, at least I know exactly what to get to you. I'm just like chocolate and flowers.
You know I love flowers. I need to get
or something, anything soft and or Christmas related.
Well, I'm holding. You can't see it because we are on a microphone. He got me at my little crocheted Christmas tree with the beads. I think we talked about it last time, but I just got excited because it was in front of me. I need to get a vase for this year. My Lego Christmas present was the bouquet of red roses. I gotta get a vase so I can put them somewhere.
Yeah, the Legos were fun this year. I did like geodes.
Yeah, our Legos are like bomb as hell this year. I
might just finish the kiddos since they're not finishing it, because I'm just like, please finish your Legos.
Can I do it with you? Can I do the Spider-Man one? I want to do a Lego.
All right. Well, we could talk about the holidays and stuff forever.
Yes.
Because we've been very stressed. We have so many lovely people in our lives we're so grateful for. Many of them were over yesterday, and we love them all very much. But we should talk about the imaginary people that we love very much.
Oh my god, what? Who? Is it my turn?
Oh, soon.
Okay, well we'll get back into the Dragon Centers campaign, but first,
a word from our characters.
Welcome to our newest segment, Corrections, where we correct anything that we fucked up.
Or forgot.
Yes, thank you, Mirth. So, we've got a few corrections from Bartis this week. First, Mirth, it's all you.
We do not know the why of the succubus we saw in Wakanga's garden, because it is part and parcel with what is happening in Port Nyanzaru while we're doing things in the jungle.
Actually, we ran into this problem later in Omu, but all it takes is breaking line of sight with the chosen symbol of the group for the day, for those suppressed exhaustion levels to suddenly be felt again. So while taking off the cloaks would achieve the same effect, it could happen much more simply and without much warning if you weren't careful.
The small creatures were the veggie pygmies carrying a bound up grung, the frog people, which y'all watched them throw into the lava after the party debating and deciding to not get involved.
Oh ho ho! Yonti would kill you for calling them lizard folk. They are serpents, created by the Saruk 35,000 plus years ago, whom they still mimic with their attempts at creating amalgam forms, the abominations. Well, that's all of our corrections for this week. Join us next week where I'm sure there will be many, many more. Well, back to the show.
And we're back.
We're back! Welcome. And, you remember where we are?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, last we left off, we were just on the edge of Omu.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So we just acquired,
I made
Dirax.
a new friend.
Yes, Dirax has joined your party. You've gotten a new companion.
Do we have that guide yet?
No, but we're gonna get him this episode.
Sorry.
This episode, we will get a second new companion. Wow, you all pick up a lot of really, nice-looking men.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait, that happened in my campaign, too.
So yes, we're literally on the edge of Omu. Dirax just stopped getting continuously murdered, and Mirth convinced him to stay with us and kind of work with us.
Yeah, but he still doesn't trust us right now.
No, not right now. So we also had our capes on, and they were still working. Mm-hmm. They were going to end pretty soon. We flew to the edge of Omu because it's like the Grand Canyon, essentially, not that far of a drop off, but it's a cliff and then just straight down. Mm-hmm. And there is a kind of a finger of a pathway that goes out into a cavern that goes down deeper. That's just lava. Yes. And it's on the southeastern side. We were by there. That's where we saw the veggie pygmies and the captured grung.
I thought we were on the southwestern side is where we entered, and then we peeked out of I remember the map. We peeked out across the way towards the southwestern side, and that's where we saw the veggie pygmies with the grung.
I think you're correct. I know we were on the south western side, but we could see them from where we kind of were. We were in this little inlet little thing, and
I remember it on the map.
Yeah, I do too. So we decided to hide down there. But there are all those big gargoyles on the cliff, that we saw at Kirsabal, that are guardians. So to get down into that little inlet, we had to fight / get away from a few of them.
Yes, there's a lot of them ringing the outside of the.
Yeah, they're every 20 feet. There's a huge ass gargoyle.
There was a lot of them.
And I think River first tried to just run down the side of the cliff because monks, and it didn't work out like he wanted it to. So we had to fight a few of them, and it was no big deal for us really. Mm. And notably, we used our first sorceress bursts from the cape in that fight.
Oh, that's right, because we had been around enough magic.
Yeah, because if you remember, they every 3 spells cast around you, you can take the
each of
energy.
Our capes can absorb the energy.
Mm-hmm. And then you can use it for a random effect on the table that Bartis would roll.
Can use it for a random.
Yes, so we used it a few times. We used it for Beacon of Hope, which is a healing spell. Mirth conjured you just sent me a reel about how to pronounce this word, and now I can't remember.
Quetzalcoatl?
Yeah, thank you.
So it's a Quetzalcoatlus.
Yeah, and because you rolled conjure animals, and so that's what was conjured, and somebody rolled a different like damage vulnerability sorceress burst. So I just wrote those down because they were fun.
They are fun.
And after combat, we got down to that little inlet corner thing at the bottom, and Mirth cast the dome.
Yes, that's what I remember is like, I just remember Mirth sitting on top of something, like on like a box or something that we had in the dome, or like a rock, and just holding his head as Kayleen and I think Kayleen and Adon argued, or like Kayleen, Adon, River, and Zaid argued about whether or not to go help across the way.
Yeah, that poor
So I have a very
frog.
like strong emotional memory of just being like,
what am I doing here?
like, why can't we just help people? I don't understand, but okay.
Yeah, so that happened, and our wings from the ritual with Ashara went away, finally. And then we had a visitor.
Bashaba.
Sorry, I just liked that. I like that choice. So
It was the Ukatoa moment.
Yeah, it was Ukatoa. One of Zaid's goddesses, Bashaba, appeared. And
She's the one that placed a bet with us essentially over those powers we gave up.
Yes.
Which we talked about last time.
Yeah, so this is like the end of that deal that we have with her.
Yeah, we get to see how we did essentially.
Yeah.
But wouldn't be the goddess of luck, one of the goddesses of luck, without being like double or nothing.
Mm-hmm. And boy, did most people take her up on that.
Yep. So Z succeeded on the initial roll, but then went double or nothing and lost.
Mm-hmm. And Kayleen failed, and failed in double or nothing. So the thing that he bet was his experimental elixirs, which are like a regular artificer feature. And right now he can't remember what they are.
Yep.
Like how to make them at all.
Which sucks.
It sucks for all of us, honestly. Adon and River, we just got
not bet.
No,
you guys did not bet.
because I think we both failed, and we were like, we don't want anything bad to happen to us after seeing what happened to Grandpa.
Yep.
But what about Mirth?
Well, I have nothing to lose, you see. So, I succeeded, and then in double or nothing, I rolled a nat 20.
Yes, you did.
So I unlocked both evolutions of my inspiration. So, the Sirenita blessing, or the goddess blessing, is any use of an inspiration die grants me lifting winds for the rest of my turn, which provides an additional 10 feet of movement speed. So when I flourish, I already get an extra 10 feet, and now I get an extra 10 feet.
You're coming for my gig.
When I use, because that is considered an inspiration die. So,
Yes.
So it's plus 20 feet now, which is pretty cool.
It's really cool.
Then I also got Eldenser influence, which, if you recall, Eldenser is the sword I'm carrying around, who's actually an ancient amethyst dragon. Any use of an inspiration die grants Mirth advantage with any sword attack until the end of the next turn, which is pretty dope.
I forgot you had that.
I remembered 60% of the time. There was a lot to keep track of at level 18 or whatever we are now.
God. So, well, see, now that we're talking about this, though, if we play again, I'm about to be like, use your Eldenser influence. Like, every time you have a sword attack.
Yep.
So, Mirth is the only one who got something, like, really cool out
I'm
of
really
that.
sad. I wanted Zaid to get the nice thing because it was his god, you know.
Well, if you would like, I can tell you what he would have gotten. So Bardis sent me the
secrets.
Yeah, Bardis sent me the secret information.
I'm ready.
Would you like to know?
Yes.
Okay, so Zaid, his Sirenita unlocking, so he locked away his aura of protection. It's a paladin feature. So it would have been the
Which
area
is extremely useful.
Yes.
Right now, I think in game it's still the lower, like only 10 feet within 10 feet of him, and then it's gonna expand to like
30. So the area of the aura counts as a protection from evil spell as well. I knew he just made such a face. And then his secondary feature would have been the Lady's Touch. The area of the aura evokes an additional random aura power, but a coin flip decides whether it is beneficial to allies or enemies.
Ooh.
But he is always positively included.
Wow.
That would have been rad as hell.
I wish. Oh, that would have been so cool.
Do you want to know what everybody else's things would have been? Real quick. So, Kayleen locked away his experimental elixir. The Sirenita blessing was you gain the ability to manipulate and employ an alchemy tool via magical control of minor winds within 5 feet of you. This allows for rapid, even combat-ready mixing on the fly if care is taken to have reagents and recipes prepared.
Wow.
So you could, like, do it in combat.
That's cool.
And then his second one is Ogma Blessed, Astral Knowledge. The drinker gains the ability to cast any spell they know as a ritual for the next 10 minutes.
Go. Get out.
I haven't read any of these.
Oh, that would be so different.
You could think of how, like, mansion, teleport, like...
I'm just thinking about the shit that Kayleen does. Like, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That would be really powerful.
Oh, like, greater restoration?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Okay, so Adon locked away Freedom of the Winds, and the first upgrade would be the spell effect can additionally be expended to charm an air elemental for the duration.
Ooh, pets.
And then Airdrie's Blessing. The spell can be expended to teleport an ally within 60 feet instead.
Oh, that's... Oh, keeping people safe in a different way. That's so cool. Oh.
Okay, and then
I don't know if I like knowing these.
I'm sorry.
I mean, they're so cool parties, but I'm still sad.
Well, I wonder if, like...
Maybe there's another way to do it.
Yeah, we could get them... These are such cool ideas that they thought of. And then finally we have River. So I locked away my Stunning Strike, 'cause monk.
Uh-huh.
So the first one... Fine air currents trace out a reflection of the target's meridians where your whiskers can pick them up with ease. You may choose either charisma or constitution for the saving throw of your stun. Which would be crazy.
Charisma saving throw against anybody but a sorcerer or a monk, essentially. A bard would be just mean.
It would be amazing. And then the second one is called Quintessence. This is totally like Jujutsu Kaisen. Instead of a stun, you may spend 10 additional key points. You get one of those per level. So he has like 16 right now. Yeah, Kamehameha. To establish a temporary domain just large enough for you and your target. While within your domain, all of your attacks and abilities automatically hit until the end of your next turn. From outside the domain, observers only see a starless void in the shape of a dome. The dome has your hit points and armor class at full current values, and if destroyed will eject both you and your target back into the surroundings. If destroyed this way, you and your attacker both take half of your current hit points in force damage.
Boof.
Would've been so fucking cool.
Would've been cool, but also, like, I'm glad it's in River's very wise, even-headed like hands and not Mirth's.
Oh yeah,
because Mirth could be like, oh, this guy's too dangerous, I'm gonna go die now, bye guys.
Exactly. No, River wouldn't do that shit. So that's your little fun bonus secret time. Secrets we didn't know until right now. Crazy. So Bashaba came back, she did that. And then, I think mostly you talked with Dirax.
I did.
And we observed the ritual of the Vegapygmies throwing that grung into the lava.
Which, to be fair, it wasn't, like, evident that that's what was going to happen.
It was not. It looked like a different kind of ritual.
And then at the very last second,
Yeah, but then we find out something later about that. It won't be this session, but
it's the son of somebody we run into later.
Yeah, it's upsetting.
Unfortunate.
And you find out that Dirax is also looking for artist Simber.
Yes, that they did not create. So this is the first time we find out that they did not create that winter storm. That it was actually like Artis was the one who protected himself
from the Thayans, probably.
Yeah, from the Thayans who were searching for him on the continent. So they have narrowed it down, and they, like, according to Dirax, know that Artis is here.
Yes. I think they think he's like underground in
the Tomb of Annihilation.
Tune in next week.
We haven't even gotten there yet.
Yeah. We sidetracked. So we talked to him about that. He came around a little bit.
Yes and no. Like I failed. I succeeded on some charisma checks. So like I feel like it was the beginning of starting to bring him around from being full enemy.
Yeah, and there are like more talks with him, but also like actions that help him come around. So we talked to him, we watched that ritual. I think because you have see invisibility up like all the time.
Yeah, I saw the spirits. There were spirits in the ethereal that were part of the ritual that jumped in willingly.
Yeah, they like jumped after this frog into the lava. We don't know what that shit means.
I mean, I remember in the moment, Mirth was like, I feel like these are the spirits of people who have had to do this before.
And
I
like that thought.
They're kind of like doomed to repeat it, because a lot of the ghosts or like things that he's seen in the ethereal outside of like the hags has been repetitive. But
that's true.
That could be complete BS. I don't know.
I don't know. I hadn't thought of that at all. So we watched this. We took a short rest, and then we decided
because we were beat up.
Yeah, we were messed up. So we needed to, like, especially you and Caitlin were really messed up. So then we decided to enter the city and start our exploration. And Adon, as per usual, cast Pass Without a Trace.
Yes. Thanks, Adon.
Yes, always thank you, Adon. And
but it was also misty. Like that's the other thing is like I think we mentioned when we first got here. There's lava, but there's also like a waterfall that goes into the lava. So there's this like there's natural mist. Like if you ever lived in a humid place, like the cooling, like the cool air in the morning, kind of like being that fog that's just above the ground. But then there's also the added layer of this waterfall lava situation happening. So there's a lot of mist and fog down here.
Yeah, and there's magical mist in places too,
which we didn't know yet.
Yeah.
But
so we started to walk. We start in the southwest. And we start to walk north. We see this really big walled compound, and the gate is broken. And Dirax tells us that this is one of the Thayan compounds.
That's right. And it used to be big. There were like 200 of them or something, right?
Yeah, I think so. Like
not 200 compounds, 200 people.
Yes, yeah. There were like a lot of people in there, and there's like
nobody
in there.
Devastation.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Yuan-ti inside.
Which are snakes, not lizards.
Yes, I'm sorry, Bartis. And we see there's like a dying man in there that we go over to.
And Dirax identifies him as their guide that they hired. Like, we know how we had to hire a guide from the city, from Port Nyanzaru in the very beginning of the game. This is Orvex. Yeah. A new companion has been added to your party.
Yes, we got Orvex. So we healed him, and I think like he didn't seem necessarily wary of us. He's not a Thayan, right? He's just a guide.
No, he's not a Thayan. He's just a guide they hired.
Yeah, and so he's like, "Oh, can I come with you?"
Well, we saved his life, and he was like, "Dude, can I come with you? I know things. I can read like ancient Omuan and stuff."
Yeah, because River can speak Chultan, but Omuan is like an ancient dialect of Chultan.
So he was very gracious and decided to come with us. Very chatty, nice guy.
He's just a little nerdy translator guy.
He really is. He's just a little nerd.
I love him.
And then I found very disturbing. So like, while this is happening, we're trying to like make sure that everything's safe around us. But I found this giant effigy with the bones from many different types of people, and a symbol of the Yanti cult in the ashes. It was the Dindar the Night Serpent cult.
Yeah, I think that was the first time we saw that symbol.
Right, but this was like, I just remember. Kaylin was like, "That's really bad." I think both of like Orvex and you were like, "That's really bad."
Yeah, you're probably right, because River has really good religion, so he like remembered that it was they're like not a good cult.
No, just the effigy of many different bones was probably. So, one of the few times that Mirth does not have seat invisibility on. Mad about it. I'm mad about it.
Rightfully so.
It's so weird what you remember, and you're just like, I have this on all the time.
Rage.
But Kayleen turned on True Sight, and was flying around to.
He was just trying to look for.
To just look like while we were all exploring. That's how he chose to explore.
Yeah.
And he sees one of the hags dragging a frost giant by the neck through the ethereal.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that sentence?
I'm just salty about it, okay?
And it's like he took your personal objective
I know,
in a game.
right?
Like
It's like when you state to the table, you're like, "Hey, I'd really like to
buy this card.
I'd really like to buy this card. I'd really like to fight this monster." And they're just like, "Sure, no problem." And then they do it themselves, and you're like, I mean, it's not illegal, but okay.
That's exactly how that.
So he saw Penny, which is one of the hags, the one with the pennies over their eyes, dragging a frost giant by the neck. Because remember, we saw frost giants.
And their pet winter wolves. But it's in the ethereal. So he's dragging the soul of a frost giant through the ethereal over Omu, heading north. Yep. So we just straight up abandoned what we were doing and decided to go that way.
Yeah. Well, I think Kayleen mostly decided for us. Because we were like, "Grandpa, where are you going?"
"Grandpa, come back. You don't have your glasses." So we started going like northeast, and we knew that the palace was up there. I think like the princess had told us that or something.
Yep.
But we knew that the palace was in the northeast. And to try and go faster, because our we didn't have a Shara's wings anymore. We had our regular cape wings for like an hour. I had a rope of climbing, which is like one of my favorite items I've ever had in a game.
Yeah, because you can just give it a command and it does a shape.
Yeah, it does whatever you want. It can tie multiple knots. It can...
As long as it is capable of doing it, it will do it.
Yeah, so I tied Dirax, Orvex, and Kayleen all to Zegasus with the rope of climbing.
Because Kayleen had already used his hour in the exploration and then saw that at the very end. So.
And I think Dirax was out of spells.
Yes.
Or we didn't want him to get away. Could have been a combo.
I didn't feel that way, but sure.
I mean, yeah, like you're definitely right.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about this guy. Okay.
You go tell them.
So while we're flying, we run into this Tabaxi sniper. His name's Bag of Nails, right?
Yes, I remember this vividly.
And he starts shooting at us while we're trying to like follow the hags, and
with like poison darts.
Like it's not like pot shots. Like it hurts, and he finally yields after Adon like does Adon's thing and just absolutely demolishes him. He's like, "I'm sorry, I'll stop." But he thought that we were. Yeah, he lied. This guy was like crazier than a bucket of nails.
Literally.
I've heard you tried to talk to him.
I did, because he was another tabaxi, and like I don't see very many tabaxi. So I think he was just kind of like, hey man, we don't want to kill you. Like, because he looked messed up.
I mean, like, in a cartoon, he is like the crazy guy that lives alone who talks to tin cans. Like, I don't know what to tell you. But he...
Because we asked him, like, hey, what's in the city? What should we look out for?
Yeah, and we were also like, why were you shooting us? And he lied and said he thought that we were the large flying feathered beast Rasnasi.
Or Rasnasi's said that, like, he thought we were the feathered beast. He thought we were Rasnasi. Like, these are the things he's afraid of. So he was like, I thought you were all these things. Right?
Right.
He's just out here lying.
But Rasnasi is the necromantic fallen paladin of Upteo. And he, if you remember, he wiped out all the people who rose up against Upteo and created the Valley of Lost Honor.
Yeah.
So that place where we first saw like the nightmare and the skeleton army and stuff.
Yeah, he created that and then like got sick essentially and came back here to like rest.
Yeah, he got sick, quote unquote. He got corrupted because he did such an evil act.
Yeah, Upteo was like, how dare you take away your powers.
Yep.
And then he actually, I misspoke. He got his powers back in Mesro, which is a city north of here, and then came here to like.
And he's supposedly at the palace with the Yuan-Ti, is what Bag of Nails is telling us.
Yes, which we did not know. And then I think he just left. Like we let him go.
The whole time he was talking, he was kind of walking. And then he was like trying to get to a place when Adon was shooting him. And then we figured out that it was like some sort of trap door, which was where he lived. And we just kind of let him go back into his trap door. But Adon made it very clear that if he shot us again, that she would not miss.
Yep. So we haven't seen him since. Good for him. Maybe he's still alive.
Yeah, who knows?
And after that, we like keep going. And we stumbled into our first shrine.
Yay, puzzle time.
Puzzle time.
So there's how many shrines? There's all the beast
9.
There's all the beast lords have a shrine. So there's 9 shrines. 9?
9?
But this is the flail snail shrine.
Unk.
Flail
snails are really cool.
This is where Orvex comes in. It's great.
Yes.
Orvex knows the Omuan shrine says, Unk says consider all options before proceeding. He urges us to contrast all options before acting.
Yes. Unk is very wise.
This is our clue for this
Oh, fun fact.
Shrine. What?
Each of the beast lords, I forgot this. Each of the beast lords coincides with a square on the alignment table.
Oh.
Which is like something. Yeah.
Have we run into the evil one?
One of them, not all 3, I think.
Okay. I think we did the lawful evil one, not the
chaotic evil
one.
But Unk is, I believe, a good
either that or
sword.
Neutral. Mm-hmm. Like they were just pretty chill. So inside is a dusty statue of Unk, and 3 ghouls leap out that have red triangles on their foreheads.
Yes, and we had seen these triangles before. You guys saw them before I joined the campaign.
Yes, we did. That was like one of the times we were... few times we were in the jungle, right?
And I don't know if I think we know this now, but it's Rasnasi's mark.
Yes, now we know.
Yeah, he's like raised these. So there were a lot of, like, hundreds of keys in this shrine, all hanging up everywhere.
And so Kayleen and and Mirth worked together to examine the lock that was visible and then examine all of the keys to find the one that would match. And we did good job. When we work together, we actually are very, very good at solving puzzles.
Yeah, you two like have a lot of skills that overlap and that complement and boost each other.
Yeah, we're also the only ones who can do any sort of arcana checks. Yeah. So I'm here for all your needs. It's mostly like we're using Kayleen's like stat, and then I can help because I'm a bard.
Yes, you are.
So the pedestal rotated, rose, and revealed an alcove. Inside there's a cube of stone. It has Unk's image carved on all 6 sides. And I put it into my bag of holding. So we figured out that this is a thing that we're probably going to need to be doing. And I'm pretty sure Dirax like starts to give us clues that like they're also looking for the cubes to get through a door.
Yeah, this is like what the Thayans have been working on for like a few months, I think.
Yeah, and they dumb.
So. Shade. So
Shade.
we got the first one like relatively quickly.
Yes.
And
then it became like we had some vague objectives for like River and stuff in here, and like finding the thing for the princess, but like now we're just like locked in as a group of like puzzles.
Yeah, literally like us as like players were like puzzle time. So and Bartis is great at making puzzles.
Yes, and we're actually a group that's like pretty decent at doing them because we're so varied in our skill sets. So but yeah, so that was the first of the shrines. We're excited to be back. We'll be posting regularly again.
Yes.
And we should finish up probably by March with
definitely
the Dragon Stunners. So then we're going to start talking about other campaigns is what we've decided the direction of the podcast is going to be. We're very excited.
God. We got to talk about me.
But we're happy to be back. We love you guys so much. Thank you for listening. Happy New Year. But we'll see you guys next time.
But first,
a word from our characters.
Love this show? Of course you do. Want to learn more? I mean, who wouldn't? Well, you've come to the right bard. This is Mercutia's Market with your host, me, Mercutia Claudius Titania Banquo Ulysses Falstaff, and yes, I did make the name myself. If you have questions for your wonderful hosts, or me, or anyone else you've heard on the podcast, but mostly me, email us at queerdicerolls, that's ROLES, at Obroris, that's OBRORIS, archives.com. If you wish, you can send these poor, tired queers the funds for their iced oat lattes through our Ko-fi Queer Dice Rolls. Be sure to follow us on all your favorite platforms. If you'd like to peruse these or any other links, check out our link tree. This week, we want to thank all of our listeners for making this a wonderful first year of our podcast. You're gorgeous, and we love you. That's all for now, but I'll be back next week. Ta-ta!
You've been listening to Queer Dice Rolls with Flynt and Lena.
Are you pro puzzle? If you like puzzles, what's your favorite one you've ever done? And if you don't like them, why not?
Don't forget to send us a message on Instagram or Buzzsprout. We'd love to hear from you.
The two of us will be back next week with the continuing tale of the Dragon Stunners.
But until then, take this inspiration die, just in case.
Bye, y'all.